Getting back to our top story now, no one is moving back in the state's reopening plan, according to Governor Inslee. Today's news of a pause means counties that were on the brink of rolling back to phase 2, like King and Snohomish counties, get 2 weeks to turn high case counts around, while Pierce County remains one of 3 counties in the more restricted phase 2 for now. The governor's last-minute decision has some wondering whether control of shutdown should be handed over to county leaders to decide what is best at the local level.
We want to bring in Q13 political correspondent Brandi Kruse, host of The Divide. And Brandi, you've been covering the political implications of these rollbacks since the start of the pandemic. So did it surprise you that the governor hit pause today?
I was shocked. I'll be honest. I was shocked by it, not because it's not the right political decision. I mean, politically, it makes a lot of sense. He has some of his political allies in California and New York City talking about plans to reopen at 100%. So it wouldn't have looked good for him to sit there today and say that we were going to shut back down. And practically, it makes sense. Look, we're just at the onset, really, of all adults being able to get vaccinated. They're seeing a little bit of a plateau, so why not wait a couple weeks and see where things go? The reason I was surprised is because if you remember 3 weeks ago when the governor first reassessed phases and sent counties like Pierce backwards, he had said, a couple days before, this isn't discretionary, the numbers are the numbers, and then he used his discretion to change his mind. And so I thought, surely he's not going to do that again and at the last minute change his mind again, because I really felt as if doing so would make people believe that these decisions are just arbitrary. But he did it anyway. He changed his mind at the last minute again. I asked the governor about that and what he would say to critics who believe that this shows that maybe all of this is just at his whim. Here's what he said.
This is not the governor throwing a dart at a dartboard. It's our government responding to the scientific information that we look in infinite detail.
Yeah, and I think people realize that this is a changing pandemic. The vaccines have changed a lot of things. But I think as the governor, when you say one day this is not discretionary, the numbers are the numbers, and then you turn around and use your discretion to sort of change the rules, it does plant that in people's minds.
So, Brandi, we've been hearing a whole lot from the critics of the governor. I'm wondering, what reaction are you hearing today from those critics? I'm guessing they must be happy that we won't be moving backward, at least for now.
Yeah, there is certainly some relief, right? Obviously, this is something that they wanted him to do. I think they're still going to point to the decision as, again, going back to that, oh, this is just the governor making arbitrary decisions, political decisions. But, one thing I thought was really interesting, earlier this morning on Q13 News this morning, we had Pierce County Executive Bruce Dammeier on. And he was sort of resigned to the fact that Pierce County would probably remain in phase 2, wouldn't be going back to phase 1, but would still remain in this restrictive phase 2. Now, he ended the day still in phase 2, but I think he was actually more upset by the way that things went down, because think of this. 3 weeks ago, before Pierce County was told that they had to move back, they asked the governor for a reprieve, and he wouldn't give it to them. And now you have counties like King and Snohomish that are getting sort of the reprieve that Pierce County didn't get. And now Pierce County is stuck in phase 2, even though they're starting to see their situation improve. Bruce Dammeier sent out a tweet right after the governor's announcement today. He said, "Today's pause by Governor Inslee is beyond frustrating. Treating different counties differently is not science," adding that hashtag at the end, hashtag free Pierce County. But you have to understand the executive's frustration. They're going to be now in phase 2 until the governor ends this pause, at least, at a time when they have other counties who get to remain in phase 3, but still had the same challenges with case counts. So you can understand the frustration down in Pierce County.
All right, Brandi, of course, we're going to see how all of this shakes out in the days and weeks to come, but we always appreciate your insight. Thank you.